Hello guys, serious versus non-serious aspirant. This is one of the most viewed videos last time when we did a 30 foundation video series. That was in 2019 time, or maybe you can tell before COVID. And now we are going to redo all the foundation as per the new timeline, the new trend and all of UPSC. So this in green color, what you see, all these episodes are already done, like what is the UPSC, the new application portal, the syllabus, the 1 year timetable breakdown, test series, NCRT's changing relevance, and then the books and sources, online sources, everything we have covered. Now we are doing serious versus non-serious, and in case any more queries are left after this, you can tell in comment section. I will do a part 2 of it also. That is how we did it last time. Last time's thumbnail, if you see, this is the thumbnail. You can simply search serious versus non-serious aspirant on YouTube and you will get this particular video. Okay, so now we are going to do a part 2 or a revived version of it. Okay, revived version of it as per the new thing, so that you understand whether you actually are a serious aspirant, or if you are a non-serious aspirant, how will you become a serious aspirant, what is the fundamental differences. All these things we will try to see and make sure that you clear this exam in the very next attempt. Okay, and just a small announcement, video course, okay, complete lecture course with inclusive of test series, PYQ solved, everything's for your mains is going to start at YSHIS. It will be a paid course. The first lecture will be free. It will be put on YouTube by this month end mostly, and after that you can enroll to it. It will be a complete package. You will not need to read any books anymore, doing by self-study. Everything is covered in that particular course, and it will be the most detailed in the country. That is my guarantee. And it will be the most affordable also in the country. Whichever ethics course is available in the country, below that only the price point will be kept, and I want maximum people to enroll to it and study, so that your marks at least 130 plus comes in 250. Okay, that is the toppers range of mark. Toppers usually get 120 to 140 range of marks, so you should be in that category after this. That's a guarantee from me if you study it thoroughly. Okay, we are going to cover end to end every word of the syllabus, every PYQ attached to it, a case study examination, the evaluation part of the mains test series will be there. Everything will be there. Complete ethics will be there, so just wait for the update. Okay, in case you don't know how to know when new videos come, just be part of any of this place. Okay, our YouTube, Vaishayas, Facebook page, or WhatsApp, or you can see the new Telegram channel and group is there. These are the names of that. So anywhere, okay, Instagram, everywhere we keep posting whenever we do a new initiative or a new update. So please try to be connected. Okay, especially in the WhatsApp, if you are there daily, you will be getting 1 or the 2 messages in my status or in the channel somewhere. You will be getting it. So please stay in touch. Okay, so now to discuss about what is a serious aspirant and what is a non-serious aspirant, you should just first look at this picture. Okay, first look at this picture and tell me, like, what are the fundamental differences you find. Okay, what are the fundamental differences you see in both these pictures. Okay, one place you see like there is some motivational quote, there is a chart and sticky notes, there is a clock to see the time. Okay, they are not depending on the mobile phone to look the time, and here maybe a hot beverage is there, some maybe a tea or a green tea or some hot water. Okay, and you have a book, you are reading it, you have like books and pen and whatever stationery you need for your studies, and other than that nothing is there in this frame. Okay, so this is a typical setup of a person who is very seriously studying as per a particular schedule. Okay, and the other place, if you see, they also have a similar study timetable. They have some sticky notes stuck here, some targets and goals written there, but you see more of like the junk items there, and you are looking into the phone. Maybe you are studying, or maybe you are searching, and then maybe you got lost, and then you are doing something else also in the phone. So this kind of fundamental in like first glance. Okay, first glance, this is what you see as a fundamental difference. Let me just move myself, okay, so that in the upcoming slides and all, you'll be able to see the screen more properly. Okay, so now if you are studying, okay, let me tell you a basic first. If you are studying for 2026 or 27, whenever because the cycle starts like in June, and next year around May, you will have your prelims, right? So a rough model, okay, this is not a timetable, this is a rough model, that by February, okay, now June you are starting to study, by February, that you study at least 8 months, you should be touching upon all your books. Okay, at least your prelims books, your mains books, your optionals, maybe case studies, you wrote 1 or 2 essays, you wrote 1 or 2 answers, or you are already part of a test series, something, but you should have touched upon everything at least once. There should be nothing which you tell like I am yet to start, I am yet to even research. That should never happen. Okay, that is one sign of a good serious aspirant. Then in this, as I told, 8 months, 30 to 60 days, that is 1 to 2 months out of this 8 months before February, it would be strictly for your optional. Okay, maybe you can keep it like November and January I will do optional, or now itself June, July I will do optional. It is your choice, but 2 months should be strictly for optional. Okay, and then after your February gets over, March, April, May is specific to prelims. You do only prelims books, only prelims question papers, only prelims previous question, the test series, everything prelims oriented. Okay, and then after your prelims, you should clear ideally if you study properly. Then that June, July, August. Okay, nowadays August is the month of mains, August end. So that 3 months will be dedicated to your GS and optional, but it should not be like you're studying something for the first time. As I told, everything before February, you should have at least touched upon. You should have simply ethics, maybe you did a 15 days study, or GS3 paper, you did a 15 to 20 days of study, or world history, you took some 4-5 days and read it. Something you have to do. That's why during 8 months, which is 18 to 30, around 240 days are there. In 240 days, you should have taken some days specific to mains, and remaining only you should have focused on prelims, because prelims focus is March, April, May. This is very first sign of a timetable of a very serious aspirant. Only those who studied this way, they are the ones who comes in the rank list finally. So if you are not able to do it by yourself, that is when you have to join some mentor or a test series or a coaching program. You go to another city and join offline classes. It's up to you, but you should either make it yourself or you should depend on them. But this should be a general model which you ultimately come up with. Okay, and this plan, as I told, up to March is something, after March is something, but that after March part is very, very serious. That time you cannot tell, I have a job, I cannot give this much hours, I cannot, this kind of excuses will not work after March. Okay, March, April, May, you have to give your 100%, maybe 10 hour, 12 hour you have to study, else you will not clear the prelims. That also one of the most important place where you have to focus more, okay, after the March. And then right now itself, whatever you are studying, few things are mandatory to be done daily. One is the current affair. That can be done through your daily newspaper, or somebody is making notes for you, or you are yourself dependent on a coaching magazine which comes, whatever it is, current affairs has to be there. You have to have a tendency to keep looking MCQs which come. It can be a previous year question, it can be a previous year mains question, something like questions you have to see. Okay, so that it's not like you have to sit and do 100 questions from day one, but at least you should, when you see at least a news article, you should feel like, okay, this fact may be coming as a prelims question, or this statement which I saw can be an essay question. This can be a GS3 potential question where they ask you to justify something or critically examine some climate change related thing. Something when you read it itself, you should try to relate. So this foundation, if you're starting like first episode onwards, if you have been seeing, you will clearly understand what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, still if you are not done, today you can start it. Okay, and then now if you are starting to study June onwards, at least October, okay, till then you better don't write any mains test series. Okay, you can, as I told, look the previous year question, you can have a glance and all, but October onwards, at least you have to start writing regularly. Okay, every weekend write it, or every Monday write it, every Tuesday, take one day of the week and write answers. Okay, write 10 questions, write 12 questions. You have to write it. Maybe if you want to take as open book, look some magazine and do, look some previous year solved book and do, that's also fine. But start writing from October at least. So October to December, every week if you're writing few things, your hand also get adjusted to that to write with that pain, with that time limit and all, it improves. Okay, because 1 year after that only you have to give your mains, but still now October if you do only, the next August you will be perfectly well groomed to write that. So now going into detail of more about serious and non-serious aspirant. This, if you see this image, what is the main difference here? Here, if you see, it's a UPSC PYQ kind of book, and they are focusing on a timeline and studying it. Okay, here if you see, you can again see the junk item, and here it is a book called UPSC in 5 days. Okay, this kind of things always, the YouTube channels you see, the different coaching or the mentors or I will tell the fraud teachers who actually don't teach anything properly the entire year, and the final time they will come and tell in 5 days we'll finish you that, or or modern history marathon course, watch our 10-hour video, full night, waste your sleep and then sit and watch all the 10-hour video. All these people who sit and watch these marathon lectures at the end and all, you will not pass. Okay, I'm telling, if you did only that throughout the year, if you did the studies properly, and then for a revision if you are using that marathon series, it's totally fine. But you didn't do any of your studies, you did half studies, you did not read the book properly yourself, you didn't solve test series, and last, if you depend on a 10-hour video or like this 5-day course, 3-day course, 15 days course, that will not work. At least 100 days plus dedication is needed. Okay, at least you need a 300-day study, but at least 100 days should be very, very serious and very, very committed. Okay, that is one very important factor which is expected out of a UPSC aspirant. Okay, then again, this picture also, one more thing you'll see, it's like 3 hands is there. Okay, this is like intentionally put here. Okay, it's like you are reading something, but in between you are thought is like you're trying to put your hands in multiple things. You are trying to, like, when you are doing a mains thing, focus on mains thing, or when you're doing history thing, then don't divert it to economics. Okay, don't think like, okay, yesterday some economics is pending. Don't do that. When you are focused for like 1 hour, you are studying something, 1 hour you have to do that. Okay, you have time for wasting on OTT platforms and this thing 2 hours, 3 hours. Same way, 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, one subject if you taken, only that you should focus. Don't think or don't daydream. Don't do multiple things at a time. Don't think for shortcuts of 5 days. These are all traits of a very non-serious aspirant. So if you are one among them, you have to switch to this side. Okay, you have to switch to this side where a student is doing as per the need. Okay, they are very, very focused as per a time. They are waking up on a particular time. They are studying on a particular time. They are having food on a particular time. They are healthy in their habits of anything, exercising or eating or anything. You have to make yourself a better personality. That is why your third round is called a personality test and not an interview. They are not interviewing you, checking your knowledge. They are looking your personality, your body language, your posture, your communication skill, how you talk, how you reply, how you respond. Everything is checked in your personality test. So you have to start grooming yourself now. You have to start thinking like an IAS or IPS now. You have to show that qualities and traits now itself. Okay, be ethical. You see that ethics things people are telling in interviews, mock interviews of people are there in different YouTube channels, that I will serve the country, I will catch all the corrupt people. Then you see later after 2 years that same person who told this dialogue is caught for corruption. Okay, it's a true example. 2021, one guy was there. You can Google, you will get it. His interview, he's telling all these ethical things, and finally he is caught with crores of cash in his house. Okay, so don't be that person. Have some good intention. And like this, if you keep doing other things, what happen is your books will be open, but you will start looking away from that. You will be turning around after some time. Now another thing is there. Some people tell like, sir, I have all the things ready. I have all the settings ready. I am not having any junk. I have a proper timetable, schedule, everything. I sit on time on the chair, but then I get distracted. Okay, then you take your phone. So again, you know the answer here itself. Your problem is your phone, means this thing you have to switch off and give it to somebody else. Okay, give it to your father, give it to your mother, give it to somebody and tell like, don't give me this for next 3 hours. Okay, or lock it and keep it. Do something. If you know your distraction, there itself you have won half the battle. Okay, that distraction you have to keep it away. Okay, when you keep it away, you will slowly see that you transform to this one. You will start getting up on time. You will utilize. If 3 hours you are studying, the 3 hours will be very, very productive. Okay, it's not like you have to always sit 10 hours and study. 2 hours you study, 3 hours you study, but that should be productive. That should be very well utilized without even a pinch of distraction. Okay, like we also keep messaging you every now and then, so nothing should distract you. That you can check after 3 hours also. Okay, if I messaged at 12 noon, you can check it at 3 p.m. also, nothing will happen. Okay, so every time, like in a day, decide like, okay, I'll look the phone only like 9 a.m. I look, then I will look only maybe 12 noon I look once, then I look 3, then I look 6. Like this only you should take your phone. If you are a full-time aspirant, I'm telling, like that gap should be kept. Only those particular times you should look your phone. Something urgent is there, something other personal things in the phone, because now everything works on phone. That is fine. But after that, again, you should know that I have a target. I have set a schedule. That time only I'll check my phone, because phone is the biggest distraction in today's timeline. Okay. So this is one point about the serious, non-serious aspirant. And again, after some time, if you see the setup is there, after some time what happens is this setup itself will go away from in front of you. You will move to a different chair. You will pull your chair to a different place. You will go to your bed. This is what will happen. This consistency which you need will slowly go away if you don't take away this particular distraction. Okay. So I keep telling, serious aspirants are those who prepare consistently. Okay. And all the aspirants who are failing, they're not failing because they don't know the syllabus, or they don't know this distraction, or they don't know these things. They know everything. Okay. But still they follow some wrong mentor who tell that take some 10 books by heart, go to the exam hall, or study all the night. For daytime, don't do anything. Some random tips they will tell you which may not suit you. Okay, it would have worked for that particular teacher or mentor who is telling, but it did not work for all the 10 lakh aspirants who is preparing. So you have to know that simply by hearting books is not UPSC. You have to have a foundation. You have to have a true mentor who tell you the correct things to become a good person. So that is what we are trying to do, and I'll tell more points. But before that, I would just like to thank all the people who have enrolled to our test series and our daily notes and many initiatives which we do, or at least you have subscribed to our channel, because when you do this, we understand that we have to put in more effort. Okay, last 6-7 days, if you see, I did not put a single video because I'm parallelly doing this kind of videos setup ready. Okay, I could do a lot of this clickbait videos and keep running this channel, but this YouTube channel, Vaishya, as you know, if you are there from like many years, you will know unwanted clickbait video, unwanted which is not required for UPSC or which is not true to the content will not be published here. So that work, back-end work is being done, and then we are coming up with 2-3 videos continuously so that you get the full potential of it, full benefit of it. Okay. So that is why thank you for everyone who is following this sincerely, because I know people who regularly watch every episode, they come and comment telling I am present here, I am available here. So thank you for that. And if you have not done, just hit the subscribe button and start watching on this channel. Whatever is there is free. Okay. And then test series also, we have closed this batch. 9-month installment was there. Maybe you missed it. It started this July only. It started. Now maybe in August another batch will start, but this much offers may not be there. So if you missed it, just come and remind me that okay, my payment got stuck or something. If you want to do it today or tomorrow, just do it quickly. Okay, because the next batch will be obviously more priced than this, or maybe some test will be missing in that. It will be a different schedule. Okay, and daily notes also, a new concept is there. Just come and ask me in WhatsApp, the same number. Okay, the last foundation video which we did is the mandatory books and sources video, where we did every books, like what are the important books for each subject I have told you, and how much time you have to spend on each of this. Everything was covered in detail. And now we will continue this serious versus non-serious aspirant debate. So here in left side, if you see, what is the most important thing? It is a schedule. It's a timetable. Okay, a timetable is something which differentiate the serious aspirant versus the non-serious aspirant, which I told either you make it or you depend on a mentor or a coaching class. And then these things and all. Okay, the timing also, see, this is 6:30 a.m. time, this is a 3 p.m. time. That is not very much like big problem. Okay, but consistently it is noticed that who start in a regular basis, meaning not like okay, after lunch I'll take 1 hour nap and then I'll think, then I will, maybe some friend called me, or I'll go for a tea and come back. This way, if you start skipping your schedule, such people will not clear this exam. Okay, UPSC needs dedicated time, so fix it, which is the time where you can do something without any disturbance, meaning no friend will disturb you, no family will disturb you, much phone notifications will not come. That timing you take, and that timing, if you sit and follow a schedule consistently for 6 months or 8 months, you will see a huge difference. That's why I'm telling now, this July to February, take a pledge kind of thing, that I will make a timetable, I will ask a timetable to a mentor, I will follow that strictly, I will ask for constant feedback, I will write an answer, I will join a test series, I will read newspaper daily, or look at the economic survey when it comes in February. Take very, very strict pledge kind of thing. That is the only way. Okay, that is the only way you can clear. That is why we do this foundation again and again, and we try to remind you. So I'll go through some 10-15 points which are very important. Person to person it will vary, and that will, you have to see which category you fall in. Okay, because 10 lakh aspirants are giving the exam, and this time also if you see 25, only 14,000 people cleared. That means around 9,87,000 or 86,000 people are failing prelims. These many people are failing prelims. Okay, meaning many of them will not even go to the exam hall. That is one thing. But still, these many people had the intention, like they started in a June, but by the next May month, these many people were not in the race. Okay, 9,86,000 people were not in the race. Only 14,000 people are going to give now in August month. They will give their this thing. Mains. Okay, August 21, 22, that time they'll give their mains. And then after that again, people will be eliminated. Last 2,500 people will be there who will go to the interview or the personality test. And there also people will get eliminated. And finally some 980 people will be there in the final list. And some of you will be AIR 1, 2, 3. You will be that. Okay, and you will get your desired cadre or location or everything based on your marks and rank. So this is how the general numbers are there. So what are the different traits of these people? Okay, the serious aspirant and the non-serious aspirant. If you take this one, the first trait which you have to look in, that is the basic books. What are these people studying? Okay, what are the serious aspirants studying? What are the non-serious aspirants studying? So here if you see, all the books and sources I already told you, but how many times are you doing it? Or how much of the book are you doing it? Are you doing only selective chapters, or are you doing end-to-end? Are you doing like comparison with the syllabus and PYQ and doing it? That also matters. So the basic books once is not enough. Okay, if it's a modern history or if it's an NCRT, once will not be enough. You have to go to it at least 2 to 3 times in the entire timeline. That's why I told you, when you start now, maybe you will have a schedule like, okay, 5 days I will do NCRT history. So you will do that 5 days. After that, maybe after 2 months or 3 months, again you should take that NCRT once, and then that time you will not need 5 days. You will need only 2 days because you have already done all the reading. You will quickly go through it. Or if you are joined in like Vaishya or any institute, you will have maybe a summary of it. You will have a test based on that. You will have something that will be enough. You don't have to read the book again. So this repetition of the same content from the same book more than once is necessary. It's mandatory. Don't think one time reading is enough. That is not enough. So at least twice made the notes, or you got the notes from Vaishya's or anyone or any institute, and you have underlined or highlighted important things, so that second time or third time when you do, you need only half the time or maybe 1/4 of the time which you did in the first reading. Okay, that is point number 1, the number of book reading. Now next point, extra research, meaning other than the books, other than the online sources, other than this what you get in the market, Have you done your extra research? Have you have that current affair like curiosity which we tell? You are seeing like, okay, Israel president yesterday told I will nominate US President Trump for the Nobel Peace Prize. So when you see that, you should see like whether any American presidents have got Nobel Peace Prize in the, before this, whether India's anybody has got Nobel Peace Prize before this, or what is the procedure for that, who gives this Nobel Peace Prize, or in a year how many people can get Nobel Peace Prize, what has happened in the past. This kind of curiosity you should have. You should at least, like this ChatGPT, Google, everything is there nowadays. You simply type that, immediately instant result will come. It's not like olden days you have to click on 10 link and then find out. You ask this AI generator any question, they will give you with the definitions, with the examples, with the timeline. Everything is coming in, I think, few seconds it is coming. It's not even 1 minute you have to wait, few seconds. So that you glanced it, not like you have to immediately note down it somewhere. You glanced it, you saw it, okay, then some in the back of your memory it will stay. Then after some time, obviously, as I told, if you are joined any institute or you're following a current affair magazine and all, that thing will be covered. Nobel Peace Prize obviously will be there in that month's current affair of that institute. Surely it will be there. They would have given the news also. They would have given the meaning of this Peace Prize and the basic things. So you had done your initial research. You have the base foundation. Now you are getting the content. You will read that. Then when you write a test or something, you will again write it, or you will tell to someone. That way it gets locked in your brain till your exam, or maybe beyond that also. So that way you have to have that observation. You have to have that current affair orientation, the curiosity and all. You try to get knowledge from everywhere possible. These are a sign of a serious aspirant. Okay, these are all non-serious people who actually fail. And then YouTube videos, that also, some people are like very random. You have the phone, you will see, okay, today a new channel has come, or today a new teacher has come, let me explore that, or some topper, or some, mostly what we see is these failed students. These failed students immediately will come live. They will do like, they will tell bad about that institute, whichever they joined. Maybe they are actually bad, but still, that is how they start this YouTube channel. Okay, they are not actually caring for you or want to educate you and all. They are starting this so that they get a extra revenue source, or a new thing if they consistently fail in the prelims and mains and all. Now what you should do, you should start a YouTube channel and immediately start telling all the bad things about all the teachers. Okay, it's not like that. Multiple teachers are there who are good, there are bad also, but there are good people who are giving good education. You also will be following at least 5-6 YouTubers who are teaching you. Maybe one is good in history, one is good in geography, one is good in solving the papers, one is reading the newspaper for you daily. There are good teachers, but there are many people who, once they fail, they will start telling all these things are bad. Or maybe you will see some teachers also who once used to be a good YouTuber. Now one academy will take and put him as the biggest CEO or face of that channel. And then after that, he is telling all the YouTubers are bad. He forgot that once upon a time he was also a YouTuber. Okay, so these kind of things keeps happening. So teachers may be good, but they just market their product. They just market their career. That is what they do. Okay, so you have to see to it that you have a definite plan. You are not randomly falling for every YouTuber which comes out tomorrow or day after tomorrow, because that YouTube is completely free. Anybody can start a YouTube channel. You can also start. So you should have a definite plan and schedule. If you are following a particular teacher, if you like that person's one lecture, make sure that you go to that channel, go to the playlist, take that full 10 videos and watch it, because that one video helped you means obviously the 10 videos also will help you and your portions get completed. Okay, and if it's not available, just find out how to contact that person. In YouTube, somewhere you will find that person's link or WhatsApp number, Telegram number, something you will get. Message that person. He will give you the complete playlist, whether you want it in English or in Hindi or in a regional language. Nowadays, many YouTubers are there in regional languages also. So you should have a definite plan, and you should use the YouTube very wisely, because YouTube has almost everything what you need, and you will not have to read books, because I know many of you are lazy to read books. Now to the next point, that is the newspaper. Okay, Hindu and Indian Express is the two best newspapers which we have. That one newspaper reading you should have. Anyone you should read. Okay, because from both questions keep coming. Maybe an Indian Express article is taken or a Hindu article is taken, but question will definitely come. That only we or any other teacher will take an extract and then modify it into a UPSC format, connect it to the static part, and that's how we make notes and all and give it to you. So if you are lazy to read the newspaper, at least enroll to these note services and then try to do that. Okay, but this highlighting thing I don't understand. There are many again Instagrammers and YouTubers who do. They will highlight some things and give it to you. Okay, and you people enroll to that by paying some fees, and then what happens is, and it mostly comes in Telegram, it will be overloaded daily with lot of PDF. There you see some highlighted thing and you blindly actually are skipping the other lines which this person did not highlight. Okay, there's no guarantee that that person highlighted the correct points. points. Okay, he out of his understanding that day morning he woke up, paper will come morning only. You cannot do it like 2 days advance and all. So he will see it, he that day, and based on his mood and all, he will highlight some points and give you. You blindly by heart that 4-5 lines, maybe some one section of that full paper he did not even highlight one line, you skipped it. But what happens is maybe question will come from there. So make sure the notes which you are getting is like maybe a proper summary of what is there in the newspaper, or maybe a modified like connected to static and then made a UPSC relevant content. Okay, that when you take 2-3 samples for 2-3 days, you will see how it is looking like. Okay, that's why our PDF also we tell daily, we also give PDF, but we don't give this highlighting thing. We make a separate notes. We make a totally different thing from the newspaper, meaning the news will be taken, but the news content is generated through referring to the static part of it, and your syllabus and your PYQs also we link it. That is how we make it. So that kind of notes is needed. So you should know which is the relevant articles. That also I'll make a separate video also, how to read newspaper. We have, as I told, 5-year-old video is there. New one I'll make. Okay, how to read newspaper, where to, like, whether this sports news is important or not, whether this award or politics news is important or not. That way I will teach you to filter, but that you should know. UPSC angle filtering is very much important, and that way only your newspaper reading gets completed. Now the next and most important thing is the PYQs. Okay, the previous year question, if you take, some people what they do is they download maybe 2024 is the latest 2025 is the latest prelims question. What you will do, like you will like, okay, question number 1, 2, 3, 4, like this in order you keep doing. Okay, it's like you do, because you get that solved books and all nowadays, solved books. So in that you will like, okay, question 1, answer is B. Okay, I'll read the explanation of B. Okay, that done. This is what you do. But this is a wrong thing of by hearting question answer. You have to look the wrong options also. Okay, if there is a question asked, question 1, option A, B, C and D, maybe B is the correct answer, but why did A get wrong? Why did C get wrong? Why did D get wrong? What was that minute mistake they did? And this one is, as I told, UPSC, if they have typed it once in their question booklet, meaning they have copied it from somewhere, right? They have just modified that statement. So that also becomes a content or a thing in their source bucket. Okay, next year they will use this option A or C, and that will be the main question, or maybe that will be the answer. That topic will be the answer. Based on that, they'll design the new question in 2026. So you have to know the question, the answer, and why the other 3 options are wrong. Okay, this much detailing, if you do PYQs only, you will actually tell you have done the PYQs. And this is what serious aspirants are doing. That is why they are clearing. That is why when they see a topic, immediately they'll understand, okay, from this 2-3 questions have come. They may correctly not tell like it came in 1997 or 2016 and all, but they will know that this has been asked in the past. Okay, that level you should reach. Now the next one, test series. These Delhi-based institutes coaching, there most of the test series gets online immediately. Okay, somebody will take an upload and it will be already available. Each week it happens there. Immediately somebody, you Google it, you will get it. Illegally they are uploading it. So that everybody uses. Everybody are doing it. And YouTube, these new, as I told, masala channels are there, which simply will give you that fear psychosis and then put some copy-pasted thing. They actually take this Delhi branch institute thing only and modified something here and there, and they will put their watermark and sell you the test series. They don't make a single question by themselves. If they make also very pathetic quality they make. So that, because we see some doctors and all now they become IAS, and after that what they do is their questions, if you see 90% questions will be biology based. They unwantedly, because they have to put in their mental brain power, whatever they studied into your thing, they are forcing in unwanted things to you. Okay, if they go to attend a science class of them, you will see that they are teaching irrelevant things of your cell, DNA, this meaning the detailing. You need to know only definition of DNA, RNA, what is there, the news, that is only you need. But these people will go so deep into it. Actually he is not realizing that person is a doctor, so by chance he became an IAS teacher now, and then he is going on telling unwanted science, unwanted biology, physics, chemistry things which will not come in your exam. For UPSC it won't come. Okay, for other exams maybe it's relevant, but this person, self-proclaimed teacher, okay, maybe teaching style will be good, but problem is they don't know where to restrict the content. They don't know where to give the relevant content alone, and that is why the test series also reflects the same way. In the test also we see many questions of science are unwanted in-depth question which never came in UPSC. This year's question paper also you take, not a single question will be there in depth science. It will be current affair oriented. Okay, so see to it that the test series which you do, that Delhi based or these people's thing and all free of cost you're getting, you use it, is no harm. Okay, but see to it that they are showing you the proof. Meaning I'm telling you, have a third test series also, which is actually you are paying for it because you saw content relevance in that. You saw that from this questions came this year. From this, I can actually see, okay, from the book directly NCERT, they have taken the correct questions which is being asked in the past. Okay, if they're asking like history, author or a poet or a traveler, based on that, they have 3-4 questions in their thing, and that exactly came in the exam also. So that way you have to see the proof things of the test series, whether it's prelims test series, whether it's mains test series. That way you have to join a test series. Okay, now going to the next important point, that is your daily schedule, that is the timetable. That also for a non-serious aspirant keeps varying. One day, as I told, he's studying in the morning, next day he's studying in the afternoon. Then when he's studying also, that time somebody calls, he get distracted and that goes away. But those who have targets, those who have timetable, those who have this MCQ solving in like end of a week or end of a day, or they have to write a mains answer end of a week, such people, they will see to it that they are following that schedule. Even if 2-3 days they miss because of some health issues or family function and all, they will catch it up, or they will ask the teacher like, sir, do you have a solution for this? Can you upgrade this timetable? Can I just skip something? So there will be a mentor to support you. So that way you have to have a fixed timetable. Okay, then the next important point is determination. Okay, we see that when we give like maybe this video, you are seeing like, okay, I'm getting motivated, the sir is telling fully correct, I will tomorrow it will start. This is external motivation. We are giving you, you are taking it, you got triggered, and tomorrow maybe morning until 6 o'clock you will wake up, or maybe 10 o'clock you will wake up, whichever time, and you will like strictly, okay, I'll keep my phone away, I will do, it's fine. But after 2 day, 3 day, or maybe that day itself you are scrolling and some other video came, some other motivation, some other strategy, and immediately you switched and diverted to that. And then again, third day, another one, fifth day, another one. After 1 month, maybe at least 7 methods you tried. This way, if you are doing, okay, meaning instant motivation, instant trigger, such people will not clear any exam. Okay, they will not succeed in life also, because they'll be lazy, they'll be distracting all the time. So you have to have a internal motivation which comes from inside. For that, what you have to do, first itself you have to see yourself that actually did this UPSC thing, you choose it or somebody put it on you, meaning your family, somebody told, okay, become an IAS, you became, or you actually wanted to clear this exam, you actually wanted to see your name in that all India rank list, you wanted to tell everyone, or maybe that's fine, you can boast around like I cleared, or I have did the hard work, you wanted that fame, maybe the perks, the money, everything is fine. Okay, but did you actually have an intention that I will become an IAS officer, I will change the society, or maybe that issue I have been seeing since long time, if I come in the bureaucracy, I can give some suggestions, I can work with the ministry, I can work with the secretaries, I can do that. That intention do you have? Do you really want this job, or simply to show other people you are having a government job? That and all you have to analyze. Okay, all these things will actually keep you motivated. If you remember that day one on which you decided this thing, if that was true and honest, then just think of that day one, your complete motivation will again come back. I mean, you don't need an external speech or a public speaker to give you that motivation. It will come from within you, because you already are a self-motivated person. You can motivate yourself. You have seen enough hardship or failures in life, or you have that big goal or ambition or dream, that obviously you will self-motivate you. So check that thing also. Okay, such people are the ones who are serious, and they are the ones who will clear also. Now the mindset. Like you're giving 10 government jobs together, meaning UPSC, UPPSC, or the maybe South Indian some state exam, or you are giving a police constable exam and IPS exam both together. You are giving bank exam, this railway exam. Many things you are giving. You are somehow some exam I clear. Maybe your financial condition is that you need some job, that I can understand. But when it comes to UPSC, okay, it is a very, very different ball game. It needs dedicated effort, like I told. It needs 8 to 12 months of consistent focus on only UPSC. Meaning you look at UPSC question paper and you look at state question paper together, your brain will study it in the same way, means it won't work. Okay, the demands are different. There they are asking more factual. In the state and bank and all, they're asking you factual, they're asking you numbers, the turnover of a company, the GDP percentage values, these kind of things they ask you. But in UPSC, it's more concept. How will you change the banking system? How will our stock market get affected when something happens in US stock market? What will happen when rupee dollar goes up and down? Oil price, how will it go up and down? So these kind of things. When a war happens, what is the things in economy which get affected? What is the solution? Whether India is ready. Suppose oil complete shortage comes in the world, whether India has a reserve for like how many days? You need the concept. Okay, but in state exam, they'll ask you the name of those petroleum reserves which you have, the strategic reserves which you have, the name, the location, the minute date of installation, or which person inaugurated it. That kind of factual thing they ask you in state exams. But in concept level, UPSC, you need to give that focus for 8 to 12 months. That is why this mindset is important. If not UPSC, something else, that doesn't work. Okay, UPSC and only UPSC should be given at least for 1 year. 1 year you do that. After that, as I told, if your job condition, your financial condition is bad, then you give 10-15 exams together. Okay, but 1 year, which year it doesn't matter, first year or maybe after 2-3 years, 1 year give dedicated to UPSC. Okay, that is mandatory and that is the only way. And I told why UPSC. This I already explained before, that you have an intention to serve the people. You want to get into the system. You have to contribute something to the system and be part of it. That intention is there. And along with that, if you have power, prestige, perks, there's nothing harm. Okay, everybody needs that. You need a fixed salary. You need a benefits. You get the government bungalow or a vehicle or a freebies of maybe electricity and these things. That and all, it's fine. Whatever you're getting, the perks, that is fine. But you should have that social service intention as the priority. And these are all coming along with that. Okay, this much factors are actually there in 90% of the people who come in the All India rank. I told 90% because, so 10% you see, they are having intention, but after they come into power, they completely become corrupt. Okay, you would have seen many people turning corrupt in the very first year of their this thing itself, when they become a collector or an IPS. So these are the important points or differentiation between a serious and non-serious aspirant. And then final one thing I want to tell, YouTube. Okay, YouTube usage again, content-oriented channels, please follow sincerely. If you liked one lecture, make sure you go and watch the remaining lectures. Okay, not like one lecture you saw and immediately you scroll and then go to some other channel. Because in that flow itself, if you see that 10-15 videos of that particular class, maybe a 6th standard history, or maybe a spectrum, or maybe a geography, or maybe a polity, economy, anything, just finish off that and then go to some other learning. Only then it will stay in your brain. Only then the benefit, you will get it in your full this thing. Masala videos, every YouTuber put 10 videos simply telling UPSC rules are changing, this thing, that thing. That is a easy way to make YouTube videos and revenue. Okay, we also can make 10 videos each day and there'll be zero content in that. You are not going to clear the exam with that. You will only get that fear thing, or maybe a time pass thing, or maybe simply a clickbait kind of video. Okay, so that is one important thing. So all of you, just few simple things which as a part 2 I will do, that it's very hard to succeed in UPSC, but you need a proper plan, a consistency, not only in your studies, but also in your health, in your wake up time, sleep time, your food timing health, and your unconventional things are you doing or not. As I told, not like simply blindly follow some books or blindly follow one particular channel or one particular test series. That is not enough. You have to have that awareness, observation, curiosity, and previous year papers. You have to do it like right from last 10-15 years. I will do it. I will not do only what this person has told. I will do some extra. And these things, okay, whatever I'm telling, only 5% of the actual aspirants does it, and that is why the result also reflects the same way. Okay, and then MCQs, in the 1 year, at least 10,000 MCQs you should have solved and learned. Okay, if you do last 5-10 years of question paper itself, that many questions get covered. Then you do a test series, again, that many equal number of questions get covered. So automatically 10,000 to 15,000 is nothing. Okay, now when you see, you will feel like 10,000 questions, how will I do? I am telling, in the overall 1 year of preparation, 10,000 plus questions you should have solved. And mains also, at least 500 mains answer you should have written. Okay, that also, if you join a test series, 200-250 answers you will write there itself. If you take 10-15 tests, that many questions will come. Remaining, you are solving previous year questions, or you are looking some mock exam. That way you have to do at least this much in the 1 year. This you have to track. You have to keep target. Only such people clears. Okay, and when a notification of this thing comes, which comes in February next year, it's a new portal, but still what happens is, people that 1 month when it's open for enrollment, the application, 1 month you are wasting time running for the OBC certificate, running for the finance certificate, this thing, because that time only you are actually researching whether I need an OBC certificate, whether I am eligible, which are the documents required. Ideally, now itself you can start collecting it, because now April is over, right? April is over, new financial year has started. This only, whatever documents is released now, this only you have to use that time in February. Only I think the photograph you have to be like latest photo you have to take, remaining everything. Okay, you have to get it this financial year only. That you get it now in June, July also. You can use it in your February application form. Okay, so you have to see to it that you are ready in all these measures, not only your studies and timetable completion and syllabus completion, taking test. To apply for the exam, you need certain things that you are researching in February when the notification comes. That is a very, very bad sign, or is a very poor sign, and they are not serious about this exam. You have to know now itself, so that when the application comes in 3 days or 1 week, I'll finish my application and done with it. Then I'm again back to my studies. That time I get this February month, we get that many queries. So tell me whether I'm eligible. Meaning after 8 months of studying, you're asking whether you're eligible. whether you have reservation, whether OBC is like where you get the certificate, what is the procedure for this. That is a very, very poor attitude. You have to now itself research all these things and keep, so that time application is nothing for you. It's simple. We have done live videos, live demo videos of how to apply for this thing. Watch that and be ready. Get the documents ready. Okay, your certificates, everything, we keep it ready. So we will keep doing it, but if you have to clear, okay, you have to clear UPSC means the basic thing. You need lectures, you need books, you need timetable, you need to analyze the previous year questions, you have to have a genuine personal guidance, you have to have current affairs of at least last 3-4 years, you have to have high quality test series, you have to have main answer writing with the feedback and all, and this exactly is given by Vaishya IAS. In all our packages, we are giving this particular thing. Okay, exactly these things you are getting at Vaishya IAS. Now, if you take 2026 attempt, there is around 300 days. Okay, around 300 days. Even if I launch a new timetable now, from August 1, if you calculate, I think it is 296 days. So in that 296 days, see to that you invest your time, your focus, your alertness, your curiosity, everything, bring it and do that 296 days of sincere study. You should ideally clear. Okay. If you want to see the 325 days timetable, you can still come and ask me. It started this week already, but still the first 10-15 days are nothing. It's like basic NCERT reading and all. So if you join now, that also it is totally fine. Okay, by this month end, our students will start getting the NCERT based test also, test PDF. So if you join now, you will get it immediately. So try to ask about this, come and inquire about this, at least see that launch video and understand like how we have explained 325 days, how to use it. Okay, then only you will find it, okay, 296 days, should I enroll or not? So like that, try to do everything. And this timeline also, which I told, keep it in mind. Till February, what you have to do, in that 2 months should be optional. Current affairs should be done daily. March, April, May should be prelims. After prelims, it should be only mains. So it should be a template for whichever timetable you follow. Okay. And your success, okay, we keep telling, it is your destiny. If you practice right, then no one can stop you from clearing UPSC this year. This year means this immediate year which you are giving. Okay, but depending on that year, you have dedicated to UPSC. Okay, so just tell us what you need. We would like to help you. And again, once again, thank you for all the enrollments and subscriptions. Keep doing it, keep following it. We will do more videos in the foundation, which will help you understand how to make notes, how to read the newspaper, how to do economic survey. These are thumbnails of the previous videos, and more things will come. Just hit subscribe, WhatsApp me, and wait for the videos. I'll come up with the next episode.